Hi guys, it's Becky Bamboo. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2015. Oh, I've lost track of everything. My little girl here is a month old today. She's 4 weeks today. Unreal to me how how fast this month has gone. Um, I took her to the doctor today for her 1 month checkup, and she had to get her hepatitis B vaccine, which it's never fun to get your kids vaccinated. To have to watch them get stuck with needles is just less than pleasant. But, it's a necessary evil, I believe. I'm pro-vaccine, and there's so many anti-vaccine people out there now, so I don't want to start a whole, thread about vaccinate or not vaccinate kids, but, um, you know, I do vaccinate my children, and I firmly believe in it. So, but it's not fun. It's still not fun. But she's growing so fast. Oh my God. It's just like in a blink of an eye, they go from being teeny tiny to not. She was 6 pounds, 8 ounces at birth. And today, a month later, she's 8 pounds, 12 ounces. She's going on 9 pounds already. Unreal in a month's time. So anyway, she's doing really well. She's growing perfectly. Um, just a few little odd issues that, that come up when you have babies. She's really been battling a lot of gas in her belly. So, we're having to, the doctor's recommending that we kind of change the formula up a little bit today. So we'll see how that does for her. It's so frustrating watching your kids deal with gas or, constipation or whatever kind of issues, because there's nothing you can do about it. She fights the gas really badly. Will just scream and just seem so uncomfortable, and then you'll just hear like her release a bunch of gas, and she'll get so much more comfortable for a while, and then it like kind of rebuilds. So hopefully switching the formula will help. That's the downside to formula feeding versus breastfeeding. I don't think breastfed babies have near the issues with gas as what formula-fed babies do, but breastfeeding was not something I wanted to do, so I choose to not do it, and it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Other than that, she's doing perfect. She's growing, way quicker than what they even hoped that she would, so that's good. She had some ground to make up being born so early, so I'm pleased. I'm ecstatic, actually. 3 weeks from today, I go back to work. That's kind of that date's looming out there where reality is coming back. I've been off since the beginning of January, so in a lot of ways I'm really ready to go back to work, but leaving her will always be a hard thing. The good thing for me is that actually the first day that I'll send her back to daycare is gonna be a day that I'm off work, so I really won't have to leave her there all day, and it'll kind of get me kind of into the routine of taking her and leaving her, and it's going to be a little easier this go around since she goes to the same daycare where my son goes. I know all of the teachers. We've been there for 2.5 years, and it's not really that big of a deal. I totally trust what they do. I see what kind of care he gets and how much he loves all the teachers and how much they love him. We bump into them out and about, and they truly do care about those kids. So, it's not going to be nearly as hard this time, but I know it'll still affect me. I think there's no way that it couldn't. You're sending your pride and joy to spend the day with other people. But I hope that by being off the first day I send her, that'll make it a little easier for me. So I'm doing a video because I want to kind of try to nip this issue I'm having in the bud. And I know for me the best way to do that is to bring attention to it and, kind of just be honest and put it out there, what I'm struggling with, and it kind of keeps me accountable. So postpartum life for me is, I am having a hard time. I had a hard time when I had my son, too. The 6 weeks after I had him, I pretty much gained back all of the weight that I had lost after having the baby. So I had gained 30 pounds in my pregnancy with him, lost it all the first week postpartum, and then gained it all back over the next 6 weeks and had to lose it all again. I'm on the path of doing that again. I have not gained a lot at this point, just a few pounds, but I really want to nip this in the bud because I swore to myself I would not do this. But the problem I'm running into is that I'm home alone all day with just me and her. This is what she spends a lot of her day doing, sleeping. She eats every 4 hours, and you have however many diaper changes in there, which only takes like a couple minutes. I mean, I've been changing diapers for 2.5 years now, so I could do it blindfolded with my hands behind my back, probably. It's pretty like routine when you've been doing it that long. And so, other than that, she might lay in the floor and she'll play. Play is kind of a relative term for a newborn, but, she kicks and has her awake hours where you can kind of interact, but she's not really at a point where you can really interact much. I mean, she doesn't really, she'll look at you, but she doesn't really, interact and, react to anything that you say. She's just in her own world at this point. So, there's not a lot to do at all with a newborn. So, I get bored. I mean, there's only so much you can do around your house, and they don't want you taking your baby out places. So, you're kind of like on lockdown is exactly how it feels. It feels very much like you're just, you're stuck. You're stuck at home, and it's just you and a baby, and there's not much to do. So I get bored, and I am plowing through my pantry like nobody's business. It is so difficult for me. My normal routine, I mean, I have junk food galore in my house. I have a 2.5-year-old who's a junker, and I have a husband who's a junker, and there is just so much junk food in here. And normally it doesn't bother me. Normally I'm able to kind of navigate around it because I'm used to it. But I'm bored. And for whatever reason, I am having head hunger issues big time. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm being honest and saying that this is a struggle. I'm struggling, and I did it last time, and I'm struggling again. And I want to know I guess I'm looking for some motivation and inspiration. What do you guys do for head hunger if you're stuck in an environment like this where you have access to lots and lots and lots of bad foods for you, and there's nothing else to do all day long. Boredom is probably my worst trigger in terms of eating. If I get stressed out, I tend to I go to the other side where I don't eat, but I'm so not stressed, I'm so relaxed, and I just don't have enough to occupy my time. So I'm eating everything in sight. Today hasn't been too bad of a day for me. Number one, I've kind of made it my goal to not make it a bad day, but also I've been busy today. I had to take her to the doctor, and while I was out, I ran a couple of errands. So I've not really been home a lot today, which helps me tremendously. If I could just have something to do to keep me out of the house every day, I'd be fine. But you're not supposed to do that with a newborn. You're supposed to stay in for the first 6 weeks of their life and try to keep them isolated from germs and yuckiness while they're developing their immune system. But, I have to get out some. I would go just so stir crazy if I was locked into my house literally for 6 weeks. So, when I have to take her out to go to the doctor or different things, I just I kind of make a day of it. And tomorrow I should be okay. Tomorrow I have my son with me as well. And actually, he has to go to the doctor tomorrow. So all of us will be going back to the doctor's office tomorrow. I swear I live there with my son. That poor kid is sick all the time. And so that will keep me out for a while tomorrow as well. So it's just, oh my gosh, it's so hard. I'm really struggling to kind of keep it level. Normally, if I get into a mode like this where I junk, it doesn't really cause me to gain weight because I'm usually active enough so that I can make up the difference in terms of how many calories I burn from activity. Right now, I'm not active at all. I mean, I spend most of my time just chilling on the couch or in the chair. Because number one, I'm not supposed to be working out yet, and I don't really have a lot of, or much of any gym equipment at home yet. So it's there's not much to do. I can't go out. It's crappy weather. It's cold. I have her. I mean, so I'm really, really limited right now, which is extremely frustrating. So I'm kind of, for that, I'm really looking forward to going back to work. I'm looking forward to getting back active again, even though I know for the first few weeks I will be exhausted. It will definitely be a period of time for adjusting again, being on my feet for 12, 13 hours a day again, getting used to working, coming home, cooking dinner, taking care of 2 kids instead of just one, being up half the night with a newborn. It will definitely take its toll on me and take me a little while to adjust, but at least I will be active, and I probably will be stressed, so I probably won't worry about food much at all, which will help. And that's probably what helped me the first go around. And when I gained all the 30 pounds back, when I went back to work, I lost it again because I was busy and stressed and everything else. So maybe that's what'll happen again, but I don't want to gain any more weight. Just a few pounds is enough for me to decide it's time to get it in check, sister. I don't want to go down that road. So please send me what you do to occupy yourself during the day, to occupy yourself in situations like this, keep yourself from being head hungry. I'm anxious to hear what everybody's doing these days. Like I said, for me, usually it's just keeping myself busy. Well, busy is not something that I'm really able to do much of right now. So I'm anxious to hear what other options you all can come up with for me. That's it. Please, leave me some comments, leave me some videos, whatever you want to do, and I will check in soon. Bye!